Hey guys, today we're going to celebrate New York State's tree, the maple tree. I've got a pint of maple syrup in my pot and I'm going to bring it up to the temperature of 235 with my candy thermometer. If you want to check your candy thermometer, just put it in a pot of boiling water. See if it comes to 212. Then you'll know if you have the right temperature. Hey, while I'm waiting, I should probably find somebody to play Bears versus Babies with. Do you remember a long time ago when I talked about anticipation and waiting for a game from the library? I finally got one. Do you know how many times I've seen this on my counter and thought it was a chocolate cake or a very funny shaped cat? But it's a really fun game, and I think you should add that to your list. Bears versus Babies. Look at this, it's getting closer to 235. See how it's really bubbling up? It's pretty exciting. I'm keeping an eye on this thermometer. Okay, here we are at 235. I'm gonna let it sit with the heat turned off until it goes down to 190 without stirring it or disturbing it, because we're gonna change the crystal structure, but not yet. And I have a really cool mold. If you don't have a mold like this, you can use a cookie sheet with some parchment paper on it and just pour your candy out into a giant maple pancake and cut it up into pieces. It won't be as cute, but it will taste just as good. Thanks to my brother, the Maple Man, for lending me this awesome mold and also some of his maple syrup. Oh, I just moved it. Let's hope I didn't screw up the maple structure. Okay, I'm down to 190. This is the exciting part where I might goof it all up. I'm gonna stir it until it changes texture somewhat. And then I'm going to pour it into the mold. And it has to be done rather quickly, with an amount of grace and coordination I don't actually possess. Okay, it sort of looks like it's doing a thing. It looks a little bit less transparent. And maybe can see a few sugar crystals or very tiny clumps in there. Definitely getting thicker on the edges. Okay, maybe now. As you can tell, I am not a maple expert. Well, what I made there was really thick maple syrup, but failure is the best teacher. I'm gonna heat it up and try again. The first time I really made crumbly maple sugar, so we're gonna see. Third time's the charm, they say. It boiled up a lot quicker that time because it didn't have as much water left in it, and I took it just a little higher to 240. We'll see what happens. Oh, we're back to 190. Let's see what happens. think I'm gonna have to stir it for a bit. I'll be back. Oh, it's definitely looking like something now. Oh, it definitely turned opaque that time. I actually think this is going to be really good. Not quite as crumbly as the first time, and definitely a little thicker than thick syrup. Well, I'm going to try to pack these in these molds, and then we'll see how it turns out. I think persistence paid off. They turned out pretty cute. I'll see you guys at the library.